what is going on, guys? Is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video to talk about some, I guess, breaking rumor news that just came out not too long ago. So Crunchyroll, the streaming service, there was a report from an Asian article, I guess, that has basically said that there is a final stage of Sony Pictures purchasing the Crunchyroll streaming service for about 1 billion yen. Now, in 1 billion yen, I guess, to my understanding, that rounds up to $957 million in U.S. money. So that's what I'm going to go by. So 957 million. Let me do the pinky thing. $1 million for one streaming service that not even many people know about. Yes, the anime community knows about Crunchyroll, but the general public doesn't know about Crunchyroll. Okay. Now, Sony Pictures has Funimation. If they get Crunchyroll is pretty much gone. Your little anime female mascot. I didn't even know they had this until recently. I don't know when they started giving out a female mascot, but they have a female mascot. And she's pretty much going to be gone when, they'll probably merge it with Funimation. Now, a lot of people have said Aniplex will be involved in this. No, Aniplex is part of Sony Music. The only relationship that Sony Pictures and Sony Music have is that they are the same company. They do partnerships here and there, but that's about it. They are still their own companies. They have their own prices, their own standards, yada, yada, yada. They've actually sued each other in the early 2000s. So you sue each other, you're not the same company. So a lot of people in their videos that I've seen talk about this deal have mistaken this. Once again, I'm the only one that actually explains this, that Sony Music and Sony Pictures are the only ones that are not the same companies. That's why Aniplex is still around, and that's why Funimation's still around. Then that's why those two haven't merged streaming services. I don't know why I just said that. Aniplex doesn't have a streaming service, but that's why those two companies, the dubbing companies, haven't fused together. Aniplex of America and whatnot. Aniplex in Japan doesn't have a streaming service, but they partnered up with Sony Pictures because Sony Pictures has kind of more of a relationship with Sony Music. So, you know what I mean? It's, it makes sense because they don't have a streaming service. Funimation does. So now that Funimation is part of Sony Pictures, they have better relations because they're closer to each other with Sony. And that's why they do it. But Crunchyroll, getting back to Crunchyroll, I cannot believe that this is going to be a thing. This has got to be some type of bullshit type thing. Or at least I hope it is. Because if AT&T is really selling Crunchyroll for $957 million to Sony Pictures, that is insanity. Okay? Crunchyroll is not worth that much. Okay, Netflix, Hulu, yeah, maybe. Because the general public outside of the anime community knows about them. Crunchyroll is not universally known by the general public unless you are an anime fan. Crunchyroll is not worth that much. You don't need to be a millionaire or a billionaire to know. Or you don't even need to be a Rhodes Scholar to know that Crunchyroll is not worth $957 million. Okay? That's almost close to $1 billion. Okay, in U.S. money. Okay? That's just insanity. Okay? Like, I mean, I just can't, I can't see where they're getting these numbers from. Like, I don't know who came up with this decision, but this is insane. This is absolutely insane that these two possibly are going to do this deal. And, you know, Crunchyroll, I mean, I'm not a Crunchyroll subscriber because they're mostly subtitle stuff. You know, they don't really have that many dubs for me to even really want to go to Crunchyroll. But this is definitely going to monopolize the industry for sure. Yeah, absolutely, because Crunchyroll is probably just going to be merged with Funimation. And that's probably going to be the end of it. So your little ninja female character will be gone too. At least I think she will. I don't know. Maybe they'll keep her. I don't know. I didn't even know she was a mascot until recently. But anyways, I don't know why Sony is interested in this. They have Funimation. I don't know why they would want Crunchyroll. I mean, you know, with, you know, the movie industry the way they are, you know, I don't know where they're getting this investment from. It honestly surprises me that this is actually possibly going to be a thing. I'd like to think that this isn't true. I'd like to hope that this isn't true, because it just doesn't add up that they would pay this much for just Crunchyroll. Like, Crunchyroll to me does not value at that type of number. Yeah, it's a streaming service, but most of the population doesn't know what Crunchyroll is. Like, only the anime industry is going to know. Only the anime fans are going to know what Crunchyroll is. I mean, freaking these other people aren't going to know what Crunchyroll is. You know, Hulu fans, you know, that just watch regular movies or stuff like that, they're not going to know what Crunchyroll is. But yet Sony is buying it. It just doesn't add up, guys. It just doesn't make sense. Something's up. And I don't know where this is coming from. AT&T, I don't even know why AT&T wants to get rid of it. I don't see, you know, why they would want to get rid of it. I mean, I know they got HBO. They got HBO Max, but, you know, I mean, they just made that stupid, what was it called, that DC Universe streaming service, right? That failed. You got an actual successful anime streaming service, and you're just gonna dump it. You're just gonna dump it away. I just don't see what. I just don't see what AT&T is doing here. Honestly, I don't even think the government is gonna intervene in this deal, because I don't even think the government's gonna care what Crunchyroll is, because honestly, I don't even know that many of these government officials are gonna even know what Crunchyroll is. Because again, it's a streaming service that is for a niche fan base. It's not going to be for people that don't watch anime. So like I said, I don't see where they're getting these numbers from. Like, I don't see how this is worth that much. Like, I mean, holy crap. Like, no, I would say fucking, geez, like 50 million is, I'd say it may be worth 50 million. If I had to be completely honest. I don't think Crunchyroll is worth any more. I don't see where they're getting these numbers from, that it's somehow worth more than the Venom movie. Because the Venom movie, it made close to $900 million at the box office, right? I don't see how Crunchyroll is worth more than Venom in comparison. How is this more worth than Venom? You're going to tell me that Crunchyroll is worth more than Venom. You're going to tell me that it's worth more than the first Spider-Man movie. Okay, the first MCU Spider-Man movie. You're going to tell me it's worth more than that. That this streaming service that is only specified for the anime community is worth more than pop culture movies that most of the community outside of the anime community knows about. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. This is a monumental, dumb deal if this is done by Sony. Especially when they're trying to focus on the movies with the Spider-Man stuff and all this stuff. I don't see why they need this. They have Funimation. I don't see why they need Crunchyroll. I'm really hoping this deal is invalid and not true. But that's where this is. That's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. Where do you guys think? Do you think this is a fair deal, or do you think this is way overpriced? If this is the case, let me know what you think. Comment, rate. If you like this video and my videos, please subscribe. And that's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here.